What's up, Mike?
Hi, Clay.
Hi. Here, I gotta turn you up, baby. Level it up. It's wild. All right, you ready for this thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gotta turn off that stupid fan. grab that album.
Are you?
It's by you. Behind you.
Oh, yeah. Mm. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Wah 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 wah. Okay, so this is the first episode of our album review. This is Mike Maloney. If you watch, actually, I haven't posted the last one. Mike Maloney.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Mike.
So this is, I've talked about this for a while. I said to a bunch of people, but Mike's the coolest one here. So his first pick, like our first week, first pick is Vanilla Fudge, rock and roll. And was it 1969?
Yes.
So it just,
I think it was their last record.
yeah.
I think it was the last.
I was looking up here on the old Spotify, and it is at the very bottom of their discography. But they have a bunch of randoms like on there. Discography. But do you want to start talking about it? What made you pick it? Like, what was that? Was it just random, or you're like, hey, I know you said this is the heaviest album.
Yeah, I mean, it starts off with "I Need Your Love."
Yeah,
Need love, and it's heavy. The way it was recorded was just so nice.
So, like, when I was listening to it, wait, before I go, what's your favorite? Let's listen to it real quick. Like, what was the song that was like, yeah, it's a good album?
I think I heard this in a record store, and it was a record store when you could put on the records and before you buy them, and I put that one on, and then it was "Need Love" that
Need Love, first one, you're just like,
blew me away.
Yeah, like frick yeah.
Yeah.
Start off with a bang. The organ does it for me. The bass sounds are what gets me. I gotta get you a better kit. It's too trap soul. You're like, they're gonna be like, what the heck was that? No, I think Need Love was cool. Where I was like, I understood what like the heaviness. Like, it's very kind of like we're talking about Iron Maiden or not Iron Maiden, Paranoid, that album.
Yes,
and it was reminiscent, like the same, similar, but it's just how you record it. I feel like this was funny to me because, I mean, I said it before. Felt like it was us jamming the other day, or just random. Like it just starts out, and he's got little like little random spits in there where you're like, okay, is he gonna start a verse? Nope. Okay, all right, we're gonna go into something different, and then like, first off, that bass sound, I gotta figure out. I gotta do some research on that.
Yeah,
it's like it's two different basses. It's like he's got like a upright bass or something different that's like burn. It's like,
I'm not sure what he did.
Yeah,
but the drummer Carmine Appice, he went on to do stuff in the 80s and went to do stuff with Ron Wood, I think, and
Who's Ron Wood? I don't know any of these people. I'm young.
well, he's a guitar player for the Stones now, but he was in Faces.
Yeah, okay. I know Faces.
And
Just guitar player whole time?
yeah,
So he plays for him now?
he plays for the Stones now. He's
Hmm.
since like 74, I think, 75.
I gotta. Oh shit.
Yeah, Ronnie Wood. But he was in Faces, which, was after Small Faces, which was 1970, late 60s, 1970. Steve Marriott on guitar, which is
New Faces? It's still new Faces or Faces?
Steve Marriott was Small Faces.
Small Faces.
Yeah. And he was and you've heard his stuff.
Yeah.
Don't Need No Doctor. But he just, he's going to have to be for another review because.
Well, that's what kind of like I have a couple albums in mind. This one, like I said, we're gonna kind of go back and forth. You pick, I pick,
Yeah.
and then if once Chad grows up and gets in here, he can pick. But
yeah, Steve Marriott, just amazing.
Was it that one or is it him?
Right there, yeah.
Faces. I feel like I should know that.
Small Face, and then
who's this guy?
Rod Stewart kind of took his place, like. In Faces.
Oh, yeah. So that's okay.
He went on to do Humble Pie.
Oh my gosh.
This guy is Humble Pie. Yeah.
I just lost where I was at. What happened? Where'd it go? Oh, wrong one. So you talked about going and like just listening to straight records, just like going to the record store, put it on, listening.
Mm-hmm.
I know we touched a little bit of it, but like, what do you think that changes the album or like the essence of it? Because like I said, we do singles now, but like that, do you think that made people make better albums, in your opinion?
I think everything's changed. The way you listen to music, we talked last time that it's totally changed. You listen to in earbuds now, so it's almost as like people are making stuff to sound good in the earbuds.
Yeah.
Instead of on,
I do that. I do the earbuds, and then like I'll listen to it in the car.
Yeah.
And I think that's funny because like Casey, Fairly Covered, he said the same thing. Like he'll put it in his car and listen to it.
Yeah.
And
that's
Yeah, because that's where you're going to hear it. That's where it's going to come through at. But I think like there was more of like a I don't give a shit, and just like we're just going to put this out there and just go with it. Like I feel like there was more of I guess actually like artistic like viewpoint on the music, not just musically, just like artistic spin on it.
Mm-hmm.
But Vanilla Fudge,
yes,
they did pretty good with this one.
Yeah, Carmine's brother is in Dio, Vinny a piece.
What?
Yeah.
How do you know all this
drummer
stuff?
from Dio.
You know more than me. I don't like it.
I'm older than you.
Yeah, I know. It makes sense. Wait till we start talking about metal, Mike.
Then I can't wait.
Then I'll get you back.
Metal Church.
So I wanted to ask you. I kind of talked about it. So there's only 8 songs on the album. Like what? 4 on front, 3 on back, or 4 on front, 4 on back.
Mm-hmm.
What do you freaking think of this song, Church Bells of St. Martin's? Like, where do you think like that came from? That was the only one that like threw me for a loop. Like, where it wasn't bad, but I was like, who decides to put this in the middle of an album?
Mm-hmm.
And it works.
Yeah, they did it. I mean,
have you listened to it lately?
Let's hear it.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's a preface. It goes from the 4th song is is like street talking woman or street walking woman, and it ends like it's a 6-minute song. It ends on this like crazy cool jam. And you're just like,
he
wait,
takes
what?
a lot of credit for Led Zeppelin. I mean, he takes a lot of credit for the sound of John Bonham.
Really?
Yeah, he takes credit for that. Yeah, for those drums, for the
it's like
bass drum.
it's a very steady. It's a very like I mean that does make sense, but it's very steady whether he's playing hard or soft or whether the song's going. He's very just like drudging on. There's no like. There are a couple good breaks in here. I mean, break song obviously, but I think it was Windmills of Your Mind too. They have a couple where he's just like out for a minute and he comes back in with like the weird solos at the end, and it's kind of like a Mod Podge. But this was like the only time where I was like, "What the fuck?" Because I went from the end of this to just the horns, like. And it sounds like at least 2 or like 3 layers of them too.
I hear voices in the wall.
Same.
Isn't that my mother talking in her sleep again? I wonder what she's dreaming. Then I heard a sigh. There was a peace rally held at Trafalgar Square. You should see all the lads with their long, long hair, and they surrounded Lord Nelson from everywhere. Then rang the church bells from St. Martin.
Like insane. I like it still because it's so freaking weird, but I really want to get an interview with them and be like, what's up with that, man? Like, what was that?
You think it was? You think?
I feel like they got a little like drunk or stoned, and they're like, let's just do it. Like just let's record this. I don't know. I don't know. Seems thought out the way it flows. Yeah, but like, how do you?
Seems kind of Beatles-ish a little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit.
The real highs, and then he's got. It sounds like there's. I mean, unless a really high pitched guy singing, it sounds like there's a girl in there with some. But so, man, like even the way he's singing it, it's like some of my songs where I feel like it sounds completely different. Like it sounds like a completely different guy than the album. But
I think the drummer had a lot to do on all of these songs. I think it was
his master.
I think it was like at the cusp of when the drummer was
in charge,
like the 40s. Yeah,
Yeah.
The drummer was kind of the guy that
knew what the heck he was doing.
He was managing everything.
Yeah.
And I think that I get the sense that he was doing that in this.
The whole time, basically.
The whole time.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
I mean that makes sense to me. That's why I was kind of picking you, like why you picked it, because I didn't know. I didn't know what you were thinking. I don't know. I like to listen to different music, but I always have some underline where I'm like, hey, did you hear that one part 3 minutes in that song?
Right.
But
when I was taking lessons when I was a kid in Chicago, they had a little waiting room, and then you'd wait for they only had one teacher, and he taught everything. So you wait for him, and then on the door to the room where the drums was picture Carmine Appice, and just like staring at you.
And you're like, what's that?
And I'm looking at him. I'm like, who is that guy?
He looks weird.
That's him.
You ever have hair like that?
I had long hair. I had hair down to my waist.
Yeah, you showed me
I
that
was very
picture.
proud of it.
We gotta get that picture for blackmail reasons.
Yeah, I got it on my phone.
Actually, I don't think that's not a blackmail picture. I mean, you look like you're from the 80s right there.
You have a lot of hair.
Like a drummer from the 80s. So you got anything else to add about it?
No,
Do you
I think
want to
it's a good.
do you want
I
to
think
rate the albums? Or give it I give it 2 mic stars.
yeah, I was gonna say 3 stars.
Are we going to go out of 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 out of 5.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll give it a 3. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. So I don't want to be on the low end, but it was definitely jam rock, which I like. But it's like, this is the last song. Break song's like, well, like 16 minutes long? 19 minutes long. Like, frick yeah. Their last song's an album. I mean, especially today, it's an album. But I think I'm gonna end, or what time is it? 16:29, about 16 minutes in. I think this is my favorite. Go with it. You gotta make somebody fool. Oh, if you gotta make a fool of somebody. I don't know why this is my
I
favorite.
like this one.
It does have that grainy. What is that? Is that the tracking?
The panning.
They do that too. Like you can't hear it obviously on the podcast or like on the video, but especially on Church Bells of St. Martin's, they pan like crazy. Where it's just like
They just found how to, yeah.
It's so cool. So this is what my brain feels like most of the time.
Santana, you know.
It just makes sense, but you take the snippet, you're like, what's going on?
Big drums, big drums.
If you gotta make a fool of somebody,
He's in the back.
if you gotta make a fool of someone, if you really
Giving you a better kit.
wanna hurt me, I'm the one. I'm the one who worries. I'm the one who worries about you, baby. Yeah. Come on. If you gotta make a fool of somebody, if you gotta make a fool of someone, if you really wanna hurt me, I'm the one who worries about you. Yeah, I got to worry. I got to worry.
Yeah. So that right there, like, you think it's gonna keep going slow, and then he just instantly. Yeah, the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Love it. Great. Then see, like I start talking about the break, he just stops, and you're like, yeah. Yeah, and then it just keeps going. But great album. I love it. I love it for the first one. It's got the big rock and roll. I love that.
Yeah, I like that.
Because you're like, what's that? Is that rock and roll? I guess so. Like, vanilla fudge. Like, what? It seems kind of dirty a little bit though. Like,
Right.
Is it?
It's like almost like
Is it good or bad?
that
It's
is
vanilla.
The red is the actual blood of the keyboard player.
just rolled out there.
Right. We got it printed.
It's
in
just
actual blood.
It's kind of like an example of like keep it simple, and it worked.
Yep.
Here, where's it at? Show it one more time. We've been talking to the screen the whole time, but people are listening anyways. But rock and roll, vanilla fudge. You can get it at $5 at. Does it have the mark where you bought that at? Does it say it on there? Dad's got a couple of them, and it says like where he bought bought them at the store.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember when in Westmont, Illinois? It was a great record store.
Heck yeah.
I don't think they're there anymore, but
So I give it a yay. I say you should go listen to it. I like it. I don't think we're gonna have a lot of nays, but you should check it out. Thanks for watching, Colin. If there's anything you want us to review, get your butt over here and review it with us. Chad, Colin. Good night.